Oxfam Nigeria has urged national and international stakeholders to prioritize climate justice and debt relief for Nigeria, ensuring that funding is directed towards tangible, long-term climate solutions. The appeal was made during the launch of its Inequality Report and a review of Nigeria's climate finance strategy in Abuja. They highlighted Nigeria's position as one of the 10 most climate vulnerable nations globally, with millions of Nigerians residing in high-risk areas facing increasingly severe climate impact. These challenges necessitate urgent and targeted action to protect vulnerable communities and build climate resilience. Oxfam called for immediate reforms to Nigeria's climate finance strategy, stressing the importance of aligning international donor efforts with domestic policies to ensure funding is equitable, transparent, and impactful. The proposed reforms aim to deliver practical solutions on the ground while addressing the broader challenges of inequality and climate vulnerability.
In Nigeria, the wealth of 4 billionaires, which is estimated at $2.7 billion, and could easily cover the whole of Lagos City in 500 naira notes. Meanwhile, over 133 million people, about 70% of our population of over 200 million, face huge hunger, with women and girls disproportionately affected, making up nearly 63% of the hungry population. Nigeria's wealth gap is a moral and social crisis. While a few individuals amass immense wealth, over 133 million Nigerians face hunger daily. This extreme inequality is largely unearned, built on inheritance, monopolies, and unfair advantage. We must act now to create a fair system by taxing the rich, addressing injustice, and investing in services that lift millions of people out of poverty. Government needs to commit to ensuring that both globally and at a national level, the income of the top 10% are no higher than the bottom 40%. According to World Bank's data, reducing inequality could end poverty 3 times faster. Government would also tackle and end the racial sexism and division that underpin ongoing economic exploitation. The Nigerian government must raise social sector spending to at least 10% of the national budget. We must prioritize investment in health, in education, and agriculture to bridge the wealth gap and improve human development outcome. We must develop a comprehensive wealth register and strong tax enforcement which ensure high net worth individual contributes fairly. We must develop a comprehensive wealth registry and stronger tax reform which ensures high net worth individuals contribute fairly.
Investments should be made, and it should be in form of grants to ensure that these human beings, who are going to be affected by climate change, by the energy transition, are adequately catered to and taken care of. The presenter earlier on talked about budget tracking. This is something that is very clearly missing, both at the national level and sub-national level. We have states, but now we have local governments having autonomy. So we need to make sure that we bring all tiers of government in line so that we're more practical, we're more progressive, as opposed to reactionary, which Nigeria has been known to be. So these are...
When you talked about wealth creation and distribution in the area of inequalities, these agents are those that are driving exploitation. The policies that are being implemented, who are the originators of these policies? Who are the designers of these policies? Policies that ordinarily ought to help to fix the system are rather impoverishing the people. Policies that ordinarily should help to fix the system are enriching those who are already rich and making those who are already poor poorer. So as Nigerians, we must begin to question this system. We must drive for change so that we are involved, so that we take into consideration our national concern in policy design and implementation.
This year we see that about 7% has been earmarked for education. We want to see more. At least want to see 15 to 18% for education. We want to see almost maybe equivalent of 15% for agriculture. We want to see more for health as well. And these are some of the critical sectors that service the majority of population within our space. And so government should prioritize this sector and make policies and let's not just end with policy, but also with practice in terms of actual allocation, actual disbursement to this sector, for those real sectors to begin to thrive.
It's necessary for us to start having more conversation around how we are using resources, both domestically and internationally, in terms of attending to some of the issues around climate change. One particular area that is important to look at is the issue of budget tagging and budget tracking, so that once we release our budget annually, they will need to find out what component of it attends to climate impact, climate risks, and climate mitigation adaptation. Once we do this, it now provides an opportunity for governments at subnational level or national level to attract more funding and also direct resources to areas that require more attention.